Man, when I first seen him, I wasn't ready. I ain't gonna lie to you. But I ain't lead y'all wrong the first time, did I? Y'all was laughing and shit. I'm about to bring my homie to the stage, man. I need y'all to start making some noise right now. Start clapping your hands right now. Stop clapping your hands right now for my man Scott Wilden.
Hey guys, you can go ahead and cut it. Let's face it, I can't dance. That's like, I have no fucking rhythm, man. So I've been this height since I was about 5 years old. See, my mom didn't think that was quite bad enough for me. So let me tell you a little bit about myself. I come from Dearborn Heights, which, if you don't know, over here, the largest Arabic population in the continental United States. Right over here, the fucking hills have eyes, and right in between is my goddamn house. So every time I open up the door, it's like walking into the movie Mad Max. I have to run away from fuckers in football helmets because when you're my height, you still have to worry about the high school football team. Those fuckers never give up. My mom thought with our unique geographic location, she decided we were going to be Jewish. Thanks, Mom! I don't have to worry about being shoved into a locker anymore. I got to worry about a guy with a Confederate flag in his going, "Hey, Jew boy! Come on over here. Yeah, we're going to help you celebrate Passover, boy." I'm just sitting there going, you know, I really don't think Passover and Quinceañera is celebrated the same way except with Jewish piñatas. This isn't supposed to be my Passover miracle surviving this beating for fucking 10 years. But I don't blame them. I don't blame them. The education system was fucked up. You ever notice that every single sex ed teacher you ever had looked like the Crypt Keeper? Let me get this straight. You haven't seen a dick since disco was cool. Now you're gonna tell me how to use mine? Great fucking idea. Yeah. I walk in the class. Hello, kitties. Can anybody tell me where a baby comes from? Yeah, the fucking refrigerator in the teacher's lounge, you scary bitch. I saw you eating one earlier. What the fuck? This really fucking made dating hard in high school. You know, and no girl wanted to date the short guy, right? Well, what the fuck? I got to my 20s, all the tall women started hanging out around me wearing skirts. Guess they figured out that, you know, we can play a fun game called Drive-Thru where I got to eat out whenever the fuck I wanted to. Why couldn't you just, you know, think about that a little bit? You know, they teach you dumb shit when you're there. Remember this? Don't do drugs. You will get addicted, be depressed, and ruin your life. Thanks for the fucking advice. I ruined my life, got depressed, and you put me on shit I got addicted to anyway. I get a fucking crash course in withdrawal because you think this is a good idea? Thanks! By the way, one great thing about withdrawal, I lost like 4 years of relationship weight in like 2 days. So, fuck every gym teacher I ever had. I don't have to work for this shit. I have to do pills for a little bit and then stop. That's all I have to do. I hated gym when I was younger because they took away every sport I was good at before I could get women with it. Like, seriously, I suck at basketball, suck at football. Dodgeball, I was a real fucking good bitch at, though. I just hid behind the fat guy until he stepped backwards one day. Then it was my turn to be the human shield, but I was only big enough to be like a wrist guard, you know? That's all I could do. So, as you can tell, I have some slight issues. I should have known I was going to be fucked. My first words in this world were dada, and I was staring at the family Rottweiler. So either dad wasn't around very much, or I have a really low opinion of mom. Yeah. No, my dad wasn't around very much. He worked all the time. Anxiety, that shit was around all the time though, because if I'm not anxious about something, then I'm worried about why I'm not anxious, because that's when life's really gonna go to shit, right? So, I did end up getting help. I went to a psychiatric facility. And I didn't want to get help because, I don't know, it just didn't seem very fun. Now, if my friends would have said, Scott, it'll be like going on The Bachelor Lizzie Borden edition, I'd have signed up for that shit right away. That's my type of woman, you know, psychotically insane. Type of woman that I'll take to a goth club and she'll be wearing a Hello Kitty backpack, carries all of her Xanax, repressed childhood memories, names of children she's come up with, because we haven't talked about that shit yet, but obviously I'm doing this for a living, so I don't know how to plan my fucking life. You know, she'll get up in the middle of the night and when she's coming back to bed, she'll stop off the closet, start talking to the clown doll that tells her to kill mommy and daddy. And I have to remind her, yeah, you might call me daddy every once in a while. I didn't fucking leave, okay? I'm right here. The butcher's knife's a little goddamn much. I need this shit. Just random thought here. Random thought. Have you guys ever wanted to wear a pair of sunglasses and carry a cane and just start hitting fuckers you don't like with absolutely no repercussions because they think you're blind? I think that's the only way you can get away with protesting Donald Trump and somebody not getting pissed off about it. Just go around yelling, "Make America great again!" hitting dumb shits in the balls so they can't reproduce. Because you will actually be making America great again. That's how that works. No more dumb people. God, man. Easter was recent, right? I'm sorry, like, I don't know. Obviously, it was Passover, and that's about all I fucking knew. I knew I couldn't eat bread for a goddamn week. That's all I knew. But no, I think Easter's kind of weird, because, okay. In any state where they have the death penalty, do you know that they spend more time planning an execution than they do running the fucking state they're supposed to be governing in the first place, right? So you would think that this wouldn't be a very Christian thing to do, considering the fact that Christianity started with the world's most famous execution. Maybe you shouldn't do that shit a second time. But okay. You know, they plan that shit down to the fucking minute. And I wonder, did they do that shit back in Roman times? Like, they didn't have computers? They didn't have watches to get everything down? So what'd they do? Send a couple of, soldiers to the lumberyard and go, hey, let's use the test juice. Okay, St. Finkelstein up on the oak over here. Yeah, no, that looks great. How about Applebaum on the cedar? All right, yeah, no, what do you think, pilot? Take him down. If we don't use the oak, I'm going to wash my hands of this whole fucking thing. Yeah, it was a long way to go for washing the hands, wasn't it? Oh, fuck. So in my family, we kind of pass down mental illness and drug addiction like it's, grandma's lamp. Like, that's what we pass down to each other. Now, that's not saying that my grandmother used drugs. She didn't. My grandmother's an awesome person. She doesn't use drugs. But she still looks like Ray Liotta at the end of the movie Goodfellas, just kind of looking off into the sky for helicopters that aren't coming. Turns out when you're a paranoid schizophrenic, you're supposed to take your fucking drugs, guys. No, Dare doesn't exist for you anymore. You're not supposed to say no to drugs. Now, my brother, on the other hand, my brother did all the drugs. He did my drugs, my parents' drugs, my grandmother's drugs. Just make her relive Woodstock and Yellow Submarine on loop for the rest of her days. And I thought I'd seen everything from this kid until I saw him when first night he tried heroin, I came home. And it was the funniest shit I'd ever seen, man. This kid was passed out in a Taco Bell burrito. It kind of looked like, the face hugger from the movie Alien? Looked like that. He had red sauce running down his face like he'd been going down on the raunchiest girl at the party. That's how the fuck I walked in on him. And I was worried because he wasn't responding or anything, and he's my little brother. But finally, survival instinct kicked in and his head shot right up. Just as I lifted him off of my fucking burrito. He'd been passed out for like 10 minutes. He gave up all rights to that food. We're not 5 anymore. I don't care how much you drooled on it, man. Thank you very much, guys. My name is Scott Wilding. Let's get your host. Pull it back up here, man.
Yeah. Clap it up, keep clapping for Scott, man. I got all this shit in my hand. Let's put this shit up. There was a couple moments where Scott was like, oh, well.